Okay, so this project here, kind of jumping into it a little late, but I started it last winter. And it's kind of a cool little project that I find it neat, so hopefully it'll help somebody design their own on a budget. This is a fuel trailer that I'm building. It started as a, well, it started as a flatbed with a wood deck, but it started as like an IH mixer grinder for corn. And works pretty good for that. It's not super heavy duty, but it works. Basically, I took the deck off, reinforced it with a bunch of extra steel, added some stuff to make it work for what I'm trying to do, and we're going to mount a 500-gallon fuel tank to it with a hose reel and white lights and wiring and all that good stuff. Got a jack on the back and a jack on the front, and I'll start in the front here and walk you through it. That way you can see. It used to have a pin style hitch here. I cut that off so that would clear the pickup, but I left the bottom one just in case I needed to move it around the yard or something. Got a 14K 2 5/16 because that's what I run just for convenience, keep everything the same. And then I bought this C channel. This is made for this. It's a little bit less desirable the way I've got it here just because of, you know, you're supposed to weld it on the backside here, but this trailer doesn't weigh that much and it's not going to be going fast. You know, just 20-30 mile an hour down the road to this field to that field. Just got some 1/2-inch plate welded to the top and the bottom, welded it solid down here, and it seems like, I think it'll work fine for what I'm doing. Basic box tube frame. Got a 1,500-pound jack for the front just in case you want to unhook it. It swivels out of the way. Got a couple of chains with hooks just in case, because, you know, make it look nice. I've got a cheap, you know, Amazon special light kit, just for in case, you know, it's nice to have. And then I put this basket on. I don't know what this is, what size this is, but it's expanded metal, and I got some flat bar on the bottom welded across, so that's nice for a little basket for, I don't know, wheel chocks or something. I added this plate here. This is 3/8 leftover scrap from something else. I got 2 holes here, 2 on that side, and then the same in the back. And that's what the tank will bolt down to. It'll be bolted to the frame. Probably put some rubber in there just in case, but there's a cross member underneath, and then I've got a piece of C-channel with plate here and some bolts welded on. This is for the spare tire, which would be nice. Added a couple extra cross members here and there, and I added a piece there, C-channel, with a swivel here because the jack that is on the back of the trailer, you could take that off, put one here, and same over there, and it's a nice strong point there, ties it in, strengthens everything, and then I can jack this corner up if I have a flat tire without having a jack or anything in the field. Got another piece of flat bar there. Ended up cutting where that big hole is. There is where the drive shaft went through for the grinder. Cut that all flat, welded that up, so now it's pretty strong there. On the back here I added expanded metal that I had left over, and basically the tank is going to come in this hole in the middle here, so it'll be bolted here and there on the other end, and this hole will be covered, so I have a nice walkway all the way around to this side to stand on if I want. This jack stays on the back unless you have a flat tire, and the reasoning being, say you put that jack up there down and then you're going to stand on here to get the fuel just in case it were to tip backwards. I don't think it would. It seems balanced very well, but just in case, it's cheap enough. So I've got a piece of angle welded on both sides here. And the way that I did it was just drilled a couple holes in the back, drilled a hole in the frame there. We're going to mount the lights there, and then it'll be protected so you can stand on this, or say you hit it, you know, it should hopefully be somewhat protected. But same thing on this side. This side is square just because it's a grinder mixer frame, but same thing, nice little step. And I got a light, protected light here. This guy here, piece of square tubing, couple little random pieces of gussets left over, piece of flat bar, some gussets underneath there, and this is where I'm going to mount. I have a Vever 33-foot 1-inch locking hose reel. That's going to be pretty sweet. So when I measured it out, this here, you stand in here, it's nice, you know, height to grab it, locks in place. You can run it out, do what you got to do, and then there's a hose that'll run up to the tank on the back here. So other than that, we just need to basically run the wiring. I'm going to take the wheels off and grease the bearings just because, why not? And then put the spare tire on, and this portion of the project will be done. Then some rubber on the flat bar just in case, and then we'll mount the tank, bolt it down with 8 grade 8 bolts, so more than enough to hold that in place. And then eventually we will basically put the pump and everything on, but that'll be later. So for this part, I'm just going to mount these lights and wire it up, get that done, which I won't show all of it, but I'll mount the lights up, the easy stuff, and then the wiring's kind of boring, but I've got it pretty simple. Just from that end, comes over to here, goes up along the frame to a light over there with one wire that jumps over to that side for the orange, and then jumps up there where you can have the truck hook up. So that way should be a handy little trailer to have. Nothing too crazy, but it's like I said, an old grinder mixer that are basically worth nothing nowadays. So most of them are shot or wore out. This one anyways, anyway. So, but let's mount the lights, and I'll throw the wiring in, and then I'll bring you back once I get that all done. We'll do the wheels and mount the fuel stuff, the tank and everything. So here we go. Okay, I'm gonna wire that up quick and then I'll bring you back for the next section. Okay, bringing in on a little update for this trailer. I've got the lights installed, the wiring done. I've got my little rubber mat put down, which is some leftover belting from something, I don't know what. Drilled some holes in it, sitting there. The wiring is super simple. Just got it going running along a wire loom here, along the frame, jumps in, goes all the way up there, and then has one wire jumping over to that wire. Here's my hose reel. It's a 33 foot hose reel with a 1-inch hose on it. Should lock, and I've just got it setting on there for now. Got some bolts right to that plate, and then I might possibly add some kind of a deal to hold the nozzle in, but we'll see. And then got a hose that, with a barb, comes here, goes to the pump, which is on the tank, or will be eventually. So once that's bolted up, I've got the reflective tape all the way around. Probably not necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. I got to grease the bearings, and then we'll be ready for the tank. So when we get to that point, I will bring you back. Okay, so we're cleaned, fresh grease, and ready to install. So I'm gonna steal a little bit for here, just because. Of course. Got just a little bit of play. It's a low-speed trailer anyway, and ain't gonna go very fast or very far. So I'll put a cotter pin in that, put the cap back on. We'll do the other side, and then I think we're ready to put the tank on. Yeah, then we'll put the tank on, set up the fuel pump stuff, and that'll be it. So here we go. I decided I'm gonna put the bolts this way. That way, if these ever come off, the bolt will stay there to hold it on the trailer versus the other way around where the bolt falls out. So I'm gonna flip them two that I started with, and I'll get them all put in, and then we'll do the quick walk around. Pretty much everything will be done except for putting the pump on it, which I'm not gonna do right now. So I'll bring it back when I get the bolts in. So here's the more or less finished trailer. The only thing I have left to do is put the pump on, but we'll do the walk around. Got a jack here on the back for keeping it from tipping over if it were to ever become an issue. Got 2 bolts in every corner. Nice set of lights. Tires all on, greased. Got a brand new spare tire with a cover. I got to adjust the hitch yet. That's adjustable. I haven't tightened it or nothing, but need to hook it up to a pickup first. Got a nice little basket. I'm going to throw some blocks of wood or wheel chocks or something in there, or a jug of oil or grease tubes or whatever, you know. Nice to have, and why not? Got my fill port on the front, and I got my spot here in the back. That will be where I put the new pump, which I don't have yet, but I'll put it in here. It comes out and comes down, and then this hose here will hook to that. Here's the reel. I got a 1-inch hose on that, and some of the hardware here, a valve with another bar, and auto shut off nozzle. So should be pretty slick, and looking pretty good when I'm done. I'm also going to get one of those level deals in there and show me how much fuel's in there. It's made for diesel fuel, so it'd be nice to have that. And there you go. Hopefully this helps somebody build something similar if they want to, and give you some ideas and helps people out. So hope you enjoy.